Hello everyone, welcome. I know what you're probably thinking as you clicked on this video. Life-changing products? Really? Trust me, I know that kind of title seems like it might be a little clickbaity, but after finally trying the things that I am going to be talking about in this video, they really did change my life for the better. I did recently upload a video titled Products I Wish I Had Tried Sooner. That video featured mainly makeup and skincare products. And while I do have one specific makeup product that I'm going to be talking about in the video, the rest are definitely beauty related, but not makeup. And I suppose I could go on to explain more, but why don't I just show you the products? By the end of this video, it should be pretty clear what I mean. Okay, how many of you have gone through a million of these in your lifetime, and perhaps even have one in your shower right now? We've been using these to cleanse our bodies, thinking it's doing a good job, but after a while they lose their shape, they harbor bacteria, not to mention it is so difficult to get all of your soap or body wash out of one of these. So thanks to TikTok, I am now an African exfoliating net sponge convert. Now I know a lot of you aren't on TikTok, but for those of you that are, you may have come across something that's trending right now, which is Black women's shower routine. Yes, that is a very popular search right now. You have these lovely Black women sharing their full shower routines with not only other Black women, but many of them are also speaking directly to us white women and sharing the things that they've been doing and using in the shower and outside of the shower for a long time. So basically, after watching so many of these videos come up on my TikTok For You page, I have been wanting to purchase every single item they're showing me. But I decided to start off with the African exfoliating net sponge. And I saw this video, which is what really sold me.
An African net sponge is a bath sponge, and it creates such beautiful lather. It also exfoliates your skin because of the knots within the mesh. It stretches to clean out to reach areas like your back. It dries really fast, making it more hygienic than the loofah. It's so durable, it lasts for up to 2 years. It's machine washable. Ours comes in a reusable travel pouch, and there's a color for every bathroom style.
I'm telling you, the first time I used this, I was thinking, where has it been my whole life? Why am I just now hearing about this? Not only does it get even sudsier than this guy, it exfoliates a million times better. I also watched videos on how to use this because some people are using it wrong. And what I'm told is that you want to take it and kind of make it thin. And then when you're doing your back, you want to kind of scrub like this. And when I was finished with my shower, my skin had never felt so soft and smooth. And it only took 5 seconds to rinse all of the suds out of this. And it dries, you hang it up in your shower and it dries so quickly. You want to make sure you're purchasing one that is authentic, made in Africa. And of course, I will link the exact one I purchased. A couple of caveats that I want to be sure to mention. I saw a dermatologist talking about this in another video. She said not to use this if you have an active eczema flare-up. She also said not to use it if you have extremely sensitive skin, and also not to use it on your face. Okay, how many of you are still sleeping like this every night? With your face pressed into just a regular old pillow? Me. I was doing it for the longest time till I finally tried the Sleep and Glow Omnia Hyaluron pillow. Before I get into telling you why this pillow is a must-have, I do want to thank Sleep and Glow for sending me this incredible pillow to test and for partnering with me on this video. Let's talk about sleep wrinkles. Where do sleep wrinkles come from? They come from what I showed you moments ago, resting on a normal pillow with your face smushed into it. That is creating traumatic contact between your face and the pillow. And repeated traumatic contact leads to vertical wrinkles on the face, whether it be around the eyes or around the mouth. And sleep wrinkles are more difficult to correct with Botox or fillers. And over time, those sleep wrinkles become permanent. So it is not too late to switch over to a pillow that is going to help you avoid that. The Sleep & Glow Omnia pillow has a patented, unique 3D design that helps fight and prevent wrinkles and morning puffiness. With this pillow, you can either comfortably sleep on your back or your side. And if you're sleeping on your side, let me get my hair out of the way, your head is cradled, but you've got this space right here, so your head is just sort of floating. It's not touching the pillow. Sleep & Glow conducted a dermatological study at a renowned clinic in Barcelona and discovered that 87% of participants experienced a visible reduction in wrinkles. And the brand has just introduced a new innovation, which is the hyaluronic acid infused pillowcase. Hyaluronic acid is encapsulated in microcapsules. So as you sleep, those microcapsules gradually release hyaluronic acid onto your skin, providing continuous hydration. Sleep & Glow does offer a 20-night trial period, and you can also use my code RISA to save some money. Last week I posted an Instagram reel, and in that video my hair was styled very much like it is today. And I received so many compliments and so many questions from viewers asking me how I achieved this look. And I'm about to reveal the answer. Last month, during the Sephora Spring Savings event, my very last minute purchase of the sale was this round brush by the brand Maine. This is their new jumbo styling brush. Previously, they only had a smaller version, and that is really great if you want to make more like beach waves or have a more kind of bouncy, wavy blowout. For something more sleek and 90s-esque, the jumbo is the way to go. Even though I sleep on a silk pillowcase, I still often wake up with my hair a little out of sorts, a little bit wavy, kinky, because that is my natural hair texture. And prior to purchasing this brush, it did take a good amount of time and effort to restyle my hair. And this has cut that time in half. I don't think I said this yet, but this is not a hair dryer. Yes, it heats up, but it's not meant to be used on wet hair. It's meant to be used on dry hair. So what I do is I section my hair and I roll it around the brush, hold it for a couple of seconds, and then pull. And as you can see, I get that very sleek, swooped in kind of 90s look. Now, of course, you do have to have a layered haircut in order to achieve this style. But if you do, and you're like me, and you struggle to get that really smooth and polished face framing style, this is going to change the game. It really has for me. It has made my next day hair routine so much faster and easier. Before I move on, I do want to tell you a little bit more about this brush in particular. It has anti-tangle bristles that are heat resistant. It also has a vented and nano-coated ceramic barrel to help fight frizz and add shine. It has a negative ion generator to help maintain your hair's luster, and it is equipped with universal voltage. As many of you know, I am a false lash lover. I did mention in one of my recent videos that I have sort of toned down my regular use of more dramatic full strip lashes to using clusters or just half lashes, just something much more subtle. And anytime I speak about lashes in a video, I inevitably get asked if I've ever tried magnetic lashes or pre-glued lashes, the kind that go underneath. And I'll be honest with you, I just have not had good luck with either of those, the magnetic lashes nor the press-on lashes that come pre-glued with the stickiness along the top. And I have tried many. When I first saw these Ardell pre-mapped extensions, I was hesitant to try them because I have been so unsuccessful. Even though I do consider myself to be fairly coordinated, there's just something about those pre-glued lashes and magnetic lashes that I simply can't get the hang of. So I thought that this would be similar. So even though I came across these all the time at Ulta and at drugstores like Walgreens and CVS, I was intrigued, but I never purchased one. And then out of the blue the other day, for the very first time, Ardell sent me a PR package. And of course that left me with no excuse not to try these. They sent me a couple different styles, but the style that appealed to me most was kitten eye. They also sent a separate applicator. When you buy the full pack, it does come with a glue remover, and a mini version of the applicator. So you don't necessarily need to buy the big one, but I do like the longer length on this. I find it to be easier to grip onto. Being totally honest with you, I did struggle with these a little bit when I first got them. I watched a couple of videos and it looked so easy, but instead of giving up like I had with the pre-glued lashes, like these, I think they're called Impress, I could not get those to stick to save my life. So I do like that these actually come with the glue. So the first time I applied them, I applied the glue underneath my lashes, and the glue sort of got everywhere, and I thought, this can't be right. However, this time, unlike when I tried those Impress lashes, these actually stuck, and they stuck quickly. But what I discovered is you can also put a little bit of glue on the top of the lash, because I don't think I mentioned this yet, they do go underneath. They're not meant to go on top, although you can put them on top. They're going to look more natural if you place them underneath the lashes. And I was a little bit worried that I was going to have a problem with them being under the lashes, because when I have gotten those press-on lashes to stick in the past, they had sort of a thick band, so it would irritate my eyes a little bit. My eyes just felt really heavy. That's when I could get them to stick. Most of the time, they fell right off. But with these, I was still nervous, even though they went on much easier and they actually stayed. I was still a little bit nervous that they were either going to fall off eventually or make my eyes feel dry and uncomfortable. But none of those things have happened, and now I consider myself a pro. I am crazy about these. This is the first time I have successfully, for days in a row, been able to wear under lash lashes. This kitten eye style is my favorite. These are far less expensive than the velour clusters that I've recommended in the past that you buy at Sephora. As you can see here, I did not use the longest part. I only used the first 3. And a little tip I want to share with you is to start on the outer corner and work your way in, versus starting on the inner corner or inner half of your eye and then working your way out. I've discovered when I've done that, I often miscalculate how much room is left on the outer corner, and then I'm left with too much hanging over, and I don't want that. So I start with the outer cluster first, then I put one right next to that, and then I put one right next to that. So it's not coming all the way in to my inner corner. It starts about maybe like a third of the way out. Game changers for sure. And the last thing I want to share is a makeup product. I very easily could have put this into my products I wish I had tried sooner makeup edition video, but this deserves more, because as I mentioned way at the beginning of the video, makeup products aren't necessarily life-changing or game-changing. And honestly, I didn't think an eyeliner would be, but this eyeliner from the Japanese beauty brand Can Make has made doing my eyeliner so much easier. This is the finest tip eyeliner I have ever seen or tried in my life. I take that back, actually. I think Hourglass has a very, very tiny eyeliner pencil, but it's very expensive, and I think it only comes in one color. This comes in several colors. I bought mine on Amazon after seeing some stellar video reviews on it from women with more mature skin and or hooded eyes. If you have hooded eyes like me, or you've got aging, crepey eyes, and you find it difficult to get a very, very thin line right at the base of your lashes that is going to last or perhaps you want to tightline underneath your lashes just to give them a little bit more definition, this is the eyeliner you're going to want to use. Whenever I talk about tightlining in any of my makeup tutorials, 100% of the time I will receive a comment asking me what is my favorite eyeliner for tightlining that isn't going to disappear throughout the day, or if you apply it to your upper lash line to tightline, doesn't end up in your lower lash lines, your lower waterline. And up until now, I've always recommended the one from Rare Beauty. For drugstore, there's one from L'Oreal. I think it's their Infallible eyeliner, that are both very good, but neither one of them have this teeny tiny little tip that so far I have not had any issues breaking off as I use it. You can get the perfect line, whether you want to line your upper lash lines, your lower lash lines, just the outer corner. I know it might sound dramatic, but this is the eyeliner pencil of my dreams. Have I mentioned that it can also be smudged out, but you need to work quickly. You can smudge it out, but you need to work within the first couple of seconds because this stuff is going to set. And that's the beauty of it. Once it's on, it doesn't budge. When I smile a lot, or I laugh, or my eyes water, I have a tendency to see my eyeliner, even if it's just a shadow liner, end up right here underneath the folds where my eyes sort of crinkle. I can be at a nice dinner, stop to use the restroom, look in the mirror, and I will have little black smudges right here on the corner of my eye. So I'm always doing this to get rid of it. Even though I use top quality makeup, I use eyeshadow primers, face primers, setting spray, you name it, I still end up with a little bit of fallout underneath here because of my just natural facial expressions. And this makes it so I do not have to worry about that anymore. So if you too struggle with your eyeliner smudging or smearing, not lasting, I encourage you to try this and then report back. Let me know if you love it as much as I do. All right, everyone, those are my top 5 game-changing products, truly game-changing products. Again, I hate to be overly dramatic, but these have all made my life easier or have made a moderate to significant improvement of my looks. So of course I will have all of the products listed and linked for you down below in the description box of this video. I will also have the link to purchase your very own Sleep and Glow Omnia pillow and the Hyaluron pillowcase. You can use my code, once again, RISA, for a discount. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, I hope that you'll consider doing so. I do upload new videos at least twice per week. You can also find more content from me over on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. My username is the same on every social media platform. It's Risa Does Makeup. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video.